My full name is George Alfred Dean Burrows, and my nickname is Potsy Burrows. I was working in a greenhouse, and boys will be boys, and I must have done something. And one kid said, "Oh, you pot gut." Another kid says, "That's not pot gut, that's Potsy." And the name just stuck like that. I started playing lacrosse, I guess I was about 6 years old, in field lacrosse. In the old Rose, it wasn't a Rose Bowl at the time, but there was a Rose Bowl there for a long time with lacrosse. But when I was born, I played field lacrosse. And I guess I must have looked pretty small in that place. I could throw the ball up the field all right. And if you have a guy like Gordy Thompson playing with you, great big guys, well, they got the ball. I have one daughter, and I live with her now. My wife had a brother, and he had an arm off during the war, but he had a lot of kids and couldn't look after them all, so we adopted one of them. So he's out in Western Canada now, living out there. Well, I worked at a greenhouse when I was 16 years old in Calvert's Greenhouse in Brampton. And then my dad was a butcher, so he started his own shop. But I was working for another butcher in Brampton before my dad started his own shop. But I was the envy of all the kids because I drove a horse and cart around Brampton delivering meat. So I was a pride and joy, you know. I thought I was a big shot driving that horse around, and I was such a big person. I'm 5 feet and I played goal. But there's no one in Brampton had more black eyes than me because they're all trying to put the ball over my shoulder. So consequently, I got lots of balls in the face. They had them, but they didn't start wearing them for a long time. I didn't start wearing one for quite a while after I was playing. I think it caught on pretty fast. It's in my memory that I played both, but it caught on pretty fast. They used to pack about 2,000 at that box lacrosse arena, outdoor arena at the Rose Bowl. Tough. Well, you got protection because you had the crease you're in the crease, so you got protected. But I don't know, being a short guy and not wearing a mask, it was kind of dangerous. No one had more black eyes than I had when I was playing lacrosse. Scrapper. Gordy Thompson. He was tough, but he was big too. Twice the size of me. I never got into fights. I was too damn small. It's too hard in the nose. When you're out there to win. That's what they tried to do. A little tougher playing then than now. Getting a shutout. Shutouts in lacrosse were few and far between, and I had one shutout, and I even forget where we were playing. It was a small town up in the northern part of Ontario when I was up there playing. One of the proudest parts of my body are my teeth. I can't get over it. I played hockey and lacrosse without a mask for years. They're all mine.
Still got them all.
I didn't get knocked out. I've had one night I was playing hockey, and the puck hit me right on the nose. So I got stitched up, but I went out and played, And oh, a couple of weeks later, my nose kept on festering, and I couldn't figure out what was happening. I kept on breaking it and taking the pus out of up in here. And eventually I went to a doctor, and he said, I can't touch that, it's in a dangerous region. And here I've been taking the pus out of it for a couple of weeks. Now the whole, I didn't say too much. So he went and got a pair of tweezers, and he stuck it up in there, pulled a piece of puck out about a quarter of an inch more, just the point of the puck. Back in those days, when the pucks hit the ice, they would freeze and they'd chip off. But they're all galvanized now, so they got a little ring around there, so they can't chip off anymore. That was one good thing they did when they made those new pucks. But when you get hit with one of those pucks, boy, they hurt. Yeah, well, I didn't wear a mask or anything playing hockey, so. I'm just the right size to get them in the face. Oh, I was the world's worst. There isn't a good referee anywhere, but there were a few good referees though. Joel Murphy was one of the better referees. Gordy Toms, I guess Murphy is the best one. Well, they had in Manning Depot where you joined. I joined the Air Force. They gathered a team up, and we went barnstorming all around playing in the southern part of Ontario. Or we'd go to Brooklyn or Oshawa or somewhere. Wherever they had a team, we'd go and play an exhibition game. Oh, this?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, that's a picture of me when I was playing lacrosse and when I was in the Air Force. I served 4 years in the Air Force. Well, do you want me to brag about it? I was a Citizen of the Year in Brampton. I don't know what I did. I volunteer. And a lot of my time is spent volunteering, helping others. And I even help you. That's been pretty good. Well, there was one young person from Brampton. His name was Donnie Arthurs, and he played the center. No one ever got the ball off him. When the face-off, they put him for the face-offs. He came up with the ball every time. He was just, I think he was so strong in the wrists that when the whistle blew, he was like that, and he got the ball. There was a guy from Owensound, Harry Lumley. Did you ever hear of him? Yeah. He was a good goalkeeper. Yeah. He was big though. He wasn't a little short ass like me. I think I was the shortest guy playing lacrosse, really, playing senior. Ike Hildebrand. He was a good player, but he was a clean player. I don't think he ever got a penalty. He was a real good player, but he was a clean player too. Well, he was always the forward. He was kind of like he had to be like a spare man down there to get the goals. I think Buckham McDonald was one of the ones that left an impact on the game. He could stick handle the shoot. He could do anything. He was a great player. Well, Bert Large was one of the best goalkeepers. He played in that professional league in southern Ontario. But Bert was he was the best goalkeeper I ever saw, was Bert. No, I wasn't the best. I was probably the worst, but that didn't matter. I had a cousin, Milt. He was a good player, and then we both refereed together. And one night we went to Niagara Falls to a game. The first thing I knew, he was in a fight in the middle of the arena, and I was just still getting dressed. He said to me, he got into a fight somehow. I don't know what happened, but I've never forgotten that caper. No, I don't think so. They always got respect. Yeah, but I have one little story to tell you. I was refereeing down in around Long Branch, and there was a player was, he must have been 10 feet or so from the boards, and another kid just touched him on the shoulder, just no harder than that. Didn't look at any harder than that, and it was off balance, and when he fell, he hit the boards, and he broke his back. One thing I'll never forget as long as I live, and he never got hit any harder than that. He was just off balance, and the last time I saw him was a few years ago now, but he was in a wheelchair. That was a terrible thing. Well, in the old Rose Bowl in Brampton, they used to have some great rivalry with Oshawa and Mimico, so I remember those games. A little bit rough. Well, I think there's guys like that I'm looking at right now that are keeping the game going, and I think it'll last forever, and I hope it does.